Howdy folks, it's Stephen again from the Gold Coast Art School. This is a little video just tied to the other one that I was talking about last time, which was about glazing, and we were talking about a product called Liquol number 4. There's lots of different glazing things. You can even buy it in a tube, squeeze it out. It does the same thing. There's a product by Winsor & Newton called Liquol, slightly different compound, but does the same thing. It's a glazing solution. Now, if you haven't got that, but you've got a hardware shop nearby, you should be able to buy something called refined linseed oil, sometimes called purified linseed oil. That's also the same. And it's readily available. And of course, you can also get gum turpentine. Now, turpentine's an interesting thing. This is not turpentine that you use to clean your brushes with. This is from the turpentine pine. If you smell it, it's a vegetable product, and I love the smell. Some people, it makes them sick. They think, oh, get a headache. We have a lot of people, oh, I can't do oil paints, it makes me sick. And what's making them sick is that's fabulous smell. But it's very sweet. Now, you can make your own because this is already made for us. It's probably got an emulsifier in it and it's been processed in some way, but essentially you really can make your own just using linseed oil and gum turpentine. Now, I've tried experimenting with this, and originally we tried 50-50 and it worked fine, but it takes forever to dry. And one of the advantages of using Liquol, even if you just use it to make your paint flow a little easier when you're doing detailed work, you want it to dry pretty quickly, and that does speed things up. Why does it do that? It's because it's got gum turpentine in it. And one thing about gum turpentine is it dries quickly. It also, it's a vegetable product, it protects the pigment. It is not like mineral turpentine, which is only good for cleaning your brushes because it destroys the paint. You don't use mineral turpentine in your painting, please. And the probably preferred percentage, and I don't have a measuring device, I'm just going to guess, but you probably need one little squiggle. All I've got there is probably half a teaspoon, and I'm going to have a go at doing, it's like, I like 40-60, 60% this stuff, 40% the other, or 70-30 is okay if you wanted to a runnier mix, and you just put in twice as much. That, you just mix that up and you've got a perfectly usable glazing compound. And again, you can use that, add a little pigment. What'll I use? Good old blue, everybody loves blue. So I'll just nick a bit of blue off the side of this one, mix that in there, and it works exactly the same as the store-bought one. And you can use that over your colours, and again you get that same fabulous thing that only glazing can do. I love it, I love it. Glazing is wonderful. Look at that, it really makes that moody and beautiful. And if you're an abstract painter, it's fun just to use these transparencies for all sorts of interesting special effects as well. And as I said before, you can always dab it back, you can create patterns, you can just burnish it back thoroughly so you get soft edges, and it works exactly the same way as the Liquol does. It's kind of do-it-yourself Liquol. So that's only if you really feel that, if you can't find this stuff, because this is very much art school, this is an art shop material, you don't get that everywhere. But you can, sometimes I've seen in the paint section at a hardware shop, you will find pure linseed oil, sometimes rectified linseed oil. What's another version of it? I think that's it, that's about all they call it. And the pure turpentine or gum turpentine. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope that was informative. I like that. I think I'd hang that on my wall.
stunning.
Yes.